Is it about iDubbbz and Anissa?
Amigas, to date, I need a second.
Yeah.
I need a moment. To
Uh-huh.
date might be one of the greatest days ever. Not only in the history of Sensitive Society sense, in the history of Oscars Live. And I'm low-key getting a little emotional about it. So about 19 hours ago, the one, the only Yeats, he tweeted, Anissa Jamha, iDubbbz's wife, announces her return. I'm announcing my relaunch. You can subscribe now. Lots of photo sets to come. She quit OF to pursue her baking career. And
You know what's insane, guys? This was her essentially announcing that her and Ian are bankrupt. Anything but get a real job. And I'm being so dead ass. Anything but get a real job to some of these people. It is fucking wild. Shortcuts and instant gratification is the only thing that these people will ever do. It's the same thing with their morals. They will never tell you how they feel. They will just tell you what you want to hear, so that way they'll keep a couple extra viewers rather than be authentic and truthful to their audience, which, to be honest, is what every creator should strive to do.
And after the food came out looking like fucking shit, she decided it was time to return to doing what she does best, and that is spreading her cheeks for $9.99 plus tax, and on top of that, humiliating the husband, which is iCucks, which
I really can't imagine having a wife where you have failed so much as a provider, you have failed so much as a husband, where you say, babe, 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 please, please, please sell photos of your pussy and ass on the internet. That way I don't have to work a real job. Do you want to know why this will unironically be the death of iDubbbz and Anissa? This guy is 34. They're going to be alive for another 50 to 56 years. There is absolutely no way that Anissa's butthole pics is going to be able to sustain them for the next 56 years. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years, but they are by and far completely fucked. Not to mention, and I'm just being legitimate, I'm not trying to be offensive here, Anissa is at max a 4, maybe 4.5. I've seen a lot of women. And sure, and I'm just going to be real, there are some dudes that will go to jerk off to Anissa just because they hate them that much. I'm sure, guys, there's probably a lot of dudes in here. Can you guys admit that if you hate a bitch, you kind of want to bust a nut to them, right? There's a lot of dudes that are like that. And for a couple of people, they'll probably do that for like a week. And then after that, they ain't gonna do shit. Hate gooning? Yeah, well, it's called hate fucking. It's everybody does it.
at this point, we all know iDubbbz is a simp, is a cuck, whatever you guys want to call it. Yeah, we all know that. I'm not being original by saying, well, you know, iDubbbz is kind of a cuck. Everyone knows that. I bet you, even my mama knows that iDubbbz is a cuck. So I saw this tweet and I immediately dropped everything I was doing. So this is the part where I ask you guys for donations, where I'm begging you guys for money so I could buy and maintain the Anissa Jamha OnlyFans subscription.
When you have these people who are content creators, we need more people like Sensitive Society. We do. We really do. Who just say, yeah, I'm going to go jerk off to the streamer's OnlyFans right now. That shit is so funny. And then they want to get mad. Like, oh no, these specific people aren't allowed to look at it. Bitch, you made it public property. You don't get to choose that shit anymore. I'm sorry, ladies. If you've opened an OnlyFans and you're posting booty pics and titty pics every day, every single one of your friends and family have seen it. Now, they may lie to you, but every single one of your friends and every single member of your family has seen that shit. You know what was the funniest thing? There was this one chick who cried because they found out their little cousin was watching their OnlyFans because their aunt caught him. Hell nah. I'm sorry, boys. If you have a girl that has started an OnlyFans, they have thrown everything in the fucking gutter, man. They have thrown everything in the gutter. Don't get me wrong. Short term, you're going to be living good. You're going to be living great. And then you're going to think that you can sustain that for forever until you realize that everyone's OnlyFans and everyone's porn career is a flash in the pan. You will last a year to 2 years tops. If you are not making 7 figures off of OnlyFans, you have ruined your life. And that's the truth, because that's on the internet. People are going to find that shit when you look for future jobs, and they ain't going to hire you. And then if you have that job and then that gets leaked, they're going to fire you. And that's the truth. Enjoy it while you can. But if you are not investing, if you do not have a massive wealth built up, you are fucked forever.
You guys could keep supporting the gooning sessions. And I even responded to the tweet. I said, I'm going to buy all of her pics. And the drooling emojis. And yes, this was how I felt at the moment of making this tweet. Sharing is caring, Sense. I got you. Sense OnlyFans when it's ready. It's the Patreon. All the Patreon exclusive videos. Patreon is like my OF. Link in the description. It starts at $5. The videos come out uncensored. Come out first. And you get exclusive videos that I won't be dropping here on the channel. So Patreon is the OF, guys. So then she posts this picture, which of course it's censored here on YouTube. She makes the announcement. As you guys can see, they're clearly down bad. They're clearly brokies. I mean, the iDubbbz YouTube channel is dead. If you guys have been watching my last few iDubbbz videos, you know how that situation went and how they were.
I don't think people realize how dead iDubbbz YouTube channel was. I want to remind you that this guy was in the top 10 largest YouTube content creators in his heyday. Guys, my channel is getting 30 times the views of iDubbbz. And I'm a fucking nobody. I gained 30,000 subs this month. He lost 20,000. Going from 7.4 million views down to 2 million, down to 500,000, down to 368,000. And I assure you, his next video will be even further down unless he makes a drama video. Now, let's keep going here. And by the way, that drama video, short-term views, long-term damage, and he's becoming even more of a lolcow.
Recording their podcast from a basement. It was just a whole mess. I talked about this. So I guess this does confirm everything we knew after the whole creator clash situation. The iDubbbz YouTube channel hasn't been paying the bills. So imagine having to pimp out your wife to pay the bills. Hey honey, could you relaunch your OF? We need to eat. This is a tragic day for the Jamha household. You couldn't cut it as a YouTuber. You couldn't cut it as a live streamer. You couldn't cut it as a promoter. You couldn't cut it as anything besides a professional cheek spreader. The male slayer said, yeah. And she responded with, we are so back.
Bro, the OnlyFans community on Twitter is so brainless. That's why I love calling them out every single day. Right? And what they don't realize is I'm currently enacting a plan. And they fell right into it because I had to AoE taunt so many OnlyFans girls because I just needed one of them to say something so I could just confirm that I'm still in their head. Really, it's like a game to me. You know, it really is like a game.
I wouldn't call this being back. If anything, this is just going backwards. Forgot I tweeted this. This is so hot. Please take all of my money. I mean, everyone else got a reply except me, which makes me pretty upset.
So
it kind of makes me feel like I got cucked. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like I'm in the cuck chair right now. And iDubbbz responded, and he says, sorry for those who have never experienced the love of a succubus. So this is pretty much iDubbbz owning the haters. Just owning the incels, owning the right-wingers.
It is really sad when you hear a guy who has only had sexual interactions with one woman try to brag that, no, trust me, guys, I really like this. They're the best ever. Their experience, literally one thing in 34 years. I'm sorry, man. Like, you should just, like, be happy with what you got. But if your only experience with a woman is a whore in 34 years... you really shouldn't be talking at all, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Congrats. You have an unfaithful woman. Good job.
Owning the Nazis, I have a problem with his thought of a wife. Now listen, guys. I have never claimed to be a Nazi. I mean, just like Ye said, they saying I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking land Xer? The reason why I'm saying this is because whenever someone criticizes Mr. Jamha or Mrs. Jamha, Miss, they always say they're just jealous. Which, no, I am not jealous of either of them. They're Nazis. No, once
No.
again,
When I'm a fucking
line excerpt. One of the other
Yeah.
responses is they're an incel, which, once again, no. Or they're a right winger, which once again, no. This is
Yep.
just a way for them to disarm their quote unquote ops to make them invalid. Oh, like I said, incel, so his opinion shouldn't even be considered. That's pretty much the Jamha talking point. If you disagree with us, you're a Nazi incel.
What the?
What that mean, nigga?
What the fuck is this shit? Sexy reverse harem jutsu. Is this a real thing?
Nazi incel.
What that mean, nigga?
iDubbbz right now. Yeah, honey, I'm not getting paid from YouTube anymore. Can you undress yourself for $10 per month?
Oh my god.
We need to pay the bill. You have no self-respect.
Oh my
I almost
God.
feel sorry for you. I don't feel bad for iCux or his dumb wife. It's deserved. I'm not 32 years old yet. I'm not even close to being 32 years old. My empathy hasn't kicked in. Anissa continued
That's me in a couple months, man. 32, boys. We're coming up.
to have a mental breakdown on Twitter after the OF announcement. 90% of the fun of continuing to be online is getting these losers to foam at the mouth anytime I do anything.
Nobody is foaming at the mouth. We're just laughing at you. No one is going, oh, that Anissa makes me so mad. We're calling your husband a cuck, and we're calling you a whore. No one's mad. We're just laughing. Like, what are we on about?
They never figure it out either. Why is she acting like she's a fucking puppet master, a
Yep.
manipulator? She's like,
Yeah, I posted a photo of my ass, and these people are so mad. Nobody's mad, bro. You're just a lolcow.
Albert Einstein levels of trolling. It's like, Anissa, let me just say this. I don't know
Yep.
if you're watching. You might be watching.
She's
You're
a viewer.
not smart, all right? We could all see through it. It's not like we fall for this and we're like, oh, look, she's a thought. No. Well, yes, but not completely. We all know that content like this does well. Every single YouTuber that will talk about this know that this is between a 1 and a 4 out of 10. You're not ahead of the times. You're not ahead of anyone. We all know what this is about. Don't get me wrong. I have a really fun time just coming on here talking shit for 30 minutes and then going back to my real life. It's not like you baited me, or it's not like you're baiting people, or I got you guys. I'm trolling. If anything, we're just hoping you have a mental breakdown or you crash out on Twitter so the slop tubers could profit and then we can buy our 5th house in LA.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
Or we can
telling
buy a
how
new
it is,
sports
man.
car. You know what I mean? You're not as smart as you think you are. Oh, they never figure it out either. I'm so smart. I'm so ahead of everyone else. And no, you're just giving us content. Like, that's what we want. She continues, people writing paragraphs in my replies, proving my point. LOL. I struck a nerve.
What that mean, nigga?
Bro, you're an
Dude, she's
OnlyFans
trying
girl
so
who's
hard to
married
seem like
to
she's
a
in
fallen-off
control,
YouTuber.
and
Your
she
ego
is the
cannot be
puppet
that high.
master.
Chill the fuck out. He's promoting
my
you, queen.
God.
Let's go. That's fucking awesome. I just had to make the incels mad enough to put it on his Reddit. LOL.
What's
All right.
crazy is that the incels are her entire audience. So every time she says that, she's shit talking the very people who consume her content.
Ops Media with the... Why is she acting like this? After crashing out for a bit, she says, I am addicted to baking bread, currently whipping up another batch as I type this. No one gives a fuck. Not to be mean, and I'm not Gordon Ramsay or a chef, but what in the actual fuck is this? This
I will say, nothing makes me... It's like a guilty pleasure of mine, where I watch OnlyFans girls, right? They post all these photos of their naked bodies, of their big fake boobies, of their lips injected with filler, with their buccal fat removed, and they get 8, 9, 10,000 likes. And then they post like a photo of like their cat, or like a photo of like how they're doing in life, or a type of status on how they feel about things, and it can't even get 100 likes. I'm like, bro, absolutely nobody gives a fuck who you are at all. It is so funny to me, dude. It is so funny.
kind of looks like prison food. Imagine your wife is an OnlyFans girl. She spreads them cheeks for $4 per month. She's annoying as fuck, and on top of that, she's a horrible cook. I would unironically in front of my wife. And once again, the tweets kept coming for almost 24 hours. The reality is, being an apathetic, racist, angry loser online is only good for quick internet points and nothing else. I mean, as a apathetic, racist, angry loser online guy, that's not it. The money is quite nice, I'm not gonna lie. Anissa, get your shit together, come on. So you have to stay online in your echo chamber so you don't face the reality that no one likes you. Aside from other faceless chuds.
What's really funny is if you replace this with OnlyFans girls, it reads the exact same. Like, it reads the exact same.
Okay, well, guys, I think
It's
she's
just
talking
projection, guys.
to the
It's
commentary
insane.
community. And as someone who's not in the commentary community, I don't give a fuck about any community. I don't talk to anyone there because I just don't care. Okay, I'm just too big for it. I kid. In all seriousness, this is 1000% projection. She's acting like every single guy online who is critical of her spends all day fighting or arguing, which I'm sure some of them are. That's why you're so obsessed with us. You don't want that to be the case, but it is. Eventually, you.
So, this whole online hoe appreciation and recognition thing is only a past 6 years type of thing. Back in the day, even 10 years ago, Japanese people would kill their daughters for dishonoring the respect of their family. Men would disown their daughters for finding out that they were a floozy or a sex worker or a prostitute, right? We need to bring shame back, right? Because right now, the reason why it's not good for OnlyFans to succeed is essentially we are saying we're going to give this up to genetics for determining the success of people's career, which is never a good thing. When you put all of your investment into, well, I look really good from 18 to 28, it's like, all right, well, congrats. You wasted all of your time, I guess, what's the word? There's a very specific word. Degrading yourself for the sole purpose of people to jerk off to you. What are you going to do with the other 60 years of your life? Most likely, absolutely nothing, unless they can find a dude to support them for the rest of their life.
All eat each other for attempting to pursue happiness.
Speaking of which, I
later on.
will be making an OnlyFans very soon.
And most of you will cower back into your nasty internet holes. You're mad and we crawl down and you can't.
I think the other really bad thing that's happening is there are girls who are like 13, 14 saying, when I turn 18, I'm going to start an OnlyFans as my career plan. Which, by the way, putting that into the youth's mind is never good.
What that mean, nigga?
This is either trolling or the definition of being tone deaf and just the biggest projection ever. The reality here is that you're a sad 30-something-year-old woman who has to spread her cheeks for $4 so she can put food on the table because the husband isn't cutting it anymore. It was flopped back to back to back with Creator Clash. You guys couldn't cut it as boxing promoters. You guys couldn't cut it as podcasters. You guys couldn't cut it in the big 2025 or 2024 or truth be told since the 2020s. The money dried up and you guys are not the brightest, so you had to return and spread them cheeks for $4. And now
And I'm not going to lie, they deserve every bit of misfortune that comes their way. And that's just the God's honest truth. Ian backstabbing Ethan for legitimately no reason other than to try to promote his own event is one of the scummiest things I've ever seen on the internet. And him completely obliterating all of his pre-existing audience was just the icing on the cake.